Hey y'all, hey. All right, this is it, the last module. And this is the shortest time period that we're going to cover as well. So we're covering from the 60s until I'm gonna say like last year. Last year, I might throw a couple things in that just happened, but definitely to the 2020s, and you might get a little bit extra stuff in there though. All right, so what are we talking about in this module? What we've been talking about the whole semester, talking about those economic and political shifts, how it changes those fashion choices that we have. We'll talk about trend cycles and look at some connections from our historical roots. We're going to talk about impact of civil rights and feminism and anti-war movements and Y2K, really important. Talk about politics and technology and just cultural influences, right? And we really became a global society in terms of what our fashion choices are, because we literally can see what's happening in Indonesia or China or France, like right now. You can go on YouTube and find out what is happening in another country right now and how those things are going to influence all our choices, right? So we'll really get an understanding of internet and digital tools and the move towards streetwear and athleisure, casual Fridays, right? The move from traditional business attire, I'm gonna put those in my air quotes, traditional business attire, and really just that consumption that we really got into, especially I'm going to say with the invention of the internet in the 2000s, right? When we get past the Y2K, okay? All right, so some of the things we're going to talk about again, we're going to talk about the 60s and the 70s a little bit. We'll talk about that shift in the 80s and the age of consumerism that we absolutely live in now, the 90s, the 2000s at Y2K, and then finally we end up with a little bit about the move towards sustainability with the implementation and our ability to access a lot of fast fashion. I love now that there's a move towards slow fashion, so things that are self-made. I'm literally seeing my stuff back here. I got a dress right off off camera that you can't see, and I'm working on that move towards slow fashion, sustainable practices. So all of that is in there as well, okay? And again, this is the last module, so you should be working on your project. You absolutely should be, will need to integrate what's happening right now, what's happening in the 2020s, into what's happening in your project. So you will be doing from the 1920s until now, okay? So make sure you get all of those things done. This is it. This is the last video introduction for a module that you'll have. You do have a discussion board this week, and then just make sure that you get your project, that you're off and running with your project, that you get it submitted on time, and that you then will turn around and have some peer reviews to do. Okay. All right, you know what to do. I'll see you on the other side. Bye.